Hey, what is up? We are back again today with a new mouse. This is the OP1we. Now I'm a little bit late to the party, but nevertheless I'm still here. OP1we is definitely one of the best mice that has been released in 2024, and all the hype that you hear about it, whether it's the OP1we wireless or the new 8K version wired, the hype is real, and the hype is real because this thing is absolutely amazing. If you like a nice grip, if you like flicking, if you like tracking, this is the go-to mouse. It's really nice in the hand, and I'm gonna get into that and give you an alternative as well if you don't want to pick up this mouse. But we're gonna talk about the shape and the size of this mouse. I've mentioned in previous videos how this mouse falls into the category of being a small medium mouse. When I say this is a small medium mouse, it's because I'm talking about the grip width. Around where the sensor is, where your fingers and thumb rest, is 53 millimeters. Compared to the Lethal Gaming Gear, this is 56, just like the Fantech Helios 2 Pro, 56. So these would be like a small medium mouse, and this is like a medium mouse. Now, what are the advantages of a small medium mouse, or disadvantages of a small medium mouse? Well, if you're laying around your computer doing office work all day, you know, in your spreadsheets or YouTubing, or watching on Google or whatever, doing office work, medial what do you call it, productivity work, this might be too small kind of mouse for you. Because if you're spending all day with a tiny grip like this, it feels like you're on your car stereo with a tiny radio knob adjusting. It's that kind of feeling you get, small little grip. But if you are playing games, if you are tracking, flicking shots, this small grip here feels really nice. It feels like you are focused. It feels like you have better accuracy. It feels like you are more competent. It feels like you are more efficient in your purposeful, how could I say it, purposeful usefulness. You feel productive. You feel like you are making a difference with this kind of grip. Really nice grip. Now, it might seem to be a small grip. I call this a small medium grip, but this is by no means a small mouse. My hands is 21 by 12, and this mouse suits me just fine. I can't imagine this mouse being small for anybody if it is not a problem for me, and that's how I feel about the kind of grip and shape that this mouse gives me. The build quality, of course, it is Endgame gear. It's going to be second to none. If you didn't know, Endgame gear XM2WE was my mouse for 2023. I had two of those. I had the black and I had the white. Both were really good. I prefer the white over the black just because of the next subject, which is the coating. On the black mouse, it's going to attract a lot more smudges. It's going to look oily and it looks disgusting every hour of the day, every day. On the white mouse, it's less noticeable. You still can pick up some smudges, but you can't really see it. If you don't clean your mouse over 3-4 days, it will develop a shiny spot and an oil ring, a smudge ring around where your fingers rest. It's going to be a little bit disgusting after 3-4 days. But if you have a habit of cleaning your mouse, wiping down your mouse every 2-3 days, you're going to be just fine. It's not going to be bothering you at all. The buttons on the OP1we is absolutely second to none. These are Kale Go optical switches. They're really nice. But if I am being absolutely nitpicky, if I am being a total asshole, I'm gonna say these are not as good as the Prime. Now, I know most of you already heard about the Sprime. The Sprime's got the best optical switches so far. These are Omron opticals, and they're very snappy, very zippy. They sound like zippy switches. They sound like Huano blue shell pink dot switches. They feel like them. They're very nice, soft, snappy, responsive. I'm not saying the KLGOs are not. They're nice, but they feel a little bit heavier. I wish they could be better. I did email Endgame Gear if they had any zippy switches they could send to me, because I heard you can switch out these switches on this mouse. There are switch packs for it. I don't know if I can swap out mechanical switches with optical switches, but I heard they sell them, and I tried to email them to send me one because I cannot buy them where I come from. The side buttons are absolutely amazing. I wouldn't change them out for anything. They sound amazing, they feel amazing. I never test them out this way. I never press them all the way in to see if they go into the shell or not, because I never do that anyway. As far as I'm concerned, these are great, they feel great. I just wish these KLGOs were a little bit better. They're 100% better than the Fantech Helios 2 Pros. Those were total ass, and they're definitely better than the Logitech G Pro Superlight V2s, because these feel heavy, hollow, and noisy. But I wish these were either the Omrons like the Sprime, or some zippy switches like the G-Wolf's HTX Ace. If I'm being honest, that's how I feel about the buttons. I really don't have any problems, but I wish they were something else. I wish they were the the zippy switches, or maybe Omron opticals. I'm not sure, but these aren't bad is what I'm saying. The feet itself, I do not like the stock feet. These perform a lot better. These are, of course, the SkyPad. Are these SkyPads? Obsidians? I'm not sure if they're SkyPads or not, but they're Obsidian Reds, and they work extremely well for me anyway. The performance of this mouse, I have not put it up against Kovacs yet, and the reason for that is because I have two other mouses that I am testing at the moment. Right now, it is the Lethal Gaming Gear's turn, and it's doing pretty well. And then right after that, I want to compare it with the Obsidian Blacks, the Obsidian Pros on the Sprime, because I've chucked away the original skates. I know these will do better. I want to know how much better. And once I'm done with the Sprime and the Obsidian Pros, then I will go after the Kovacs on the OP1we. But yeah, that's what I feel about the skates right now. The other, do you hear that? This is the TTC Silver wheel, and this sound reminds me of, when you go for a tour guide looking at Aztec ruins or Mayan ruins, and you go to the souvenir shop, and when you get there, they're going to show you a wooden frog with a stick, and you take that stick and you run it on the back of the frog. This is the sound you get. I don't know if it dawned on anyone else, or is it just me. No, I don't like this sound. I wish they use TTC Gold, which don't make a lot of sound. But this is where we come to our value for money. This is an $89 mouse with 3370 PixArt sensor, and then it's got a Compex computer inside, and the mouse that I'm showing you next to it is the Projects Gaming Sleeper, and this also has a 3370 sensor. It has a TTC Gold wheel instead of the silver wheel, and this one doesn't make any kind of sound. It has Omron 50 million switches, and they are They are absolutely exquisite. These are very nice switches to click on. 300 milliamp battery. This one is 335, if I'm not mistaken, 335 milliamp battery. They last about the same. These two mouses are, well, this one is slightly bigger, but it's about the same concept, being a small grip and low trigger buttons. This is $49, this is $89. Literally the same computer, the same processor. It's Compact CX52850. And yeah, basically the same thing for $40 less. If you don't want to spend $89 on the Endgame gear OP1we, you can spend $49 on a Projects Gaming Sleeper with basically the same internals as the OP1we. But that's all I have for you today. This is the OP1we. I am keeping this mouse forever. That's how good this mouse is. I'm gonna follow up this video on this mouse later on, but I needed to make this video right away, even though I've already had this mouse for 2-3 weeks, but I have not had time because I'm reviewing other stuff that are already queued up. But I needed to put it out there about the OP1we, how good this mouse is. After I'm done with the Kovacs on this Prime and the Endgame, the Lethal Gaming Gear LA1, I'm going to jump straight into this, and we're going to see what kind of scores I will be able to get on the Kovacs. But anyway, this is what I got to say about the Endgame Gear OP1we. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, took some useful information, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.